Hello everyone, I welcome you all to today's session. People, do you know there was a kingdom that was able to transform the whole personality of one of the greatest emperor written in our history. Kalinga, historically known, the present day Odisha, was that kingdom which was able to transform the whole personality of Ashoka from Chanda Ashoka to Dhamma Ashoka. So what was all those events that led to this transformation? We are going to learn the story of that. The Kalinga War led by Ashoka. The Kalinga War was fought in 262 before current era. You see, historically, Kalinga was located at the eastern coast, the coastal plains of Odisha, extending from Subarnarekha in north to Godavari river banks in the south. During 500 BC, you see, Indian subcontinent had various kingdoms. All they were divided, all they were were not interrelated to each other. But during 250s, 250s BCE, Ashoka was that able emperor who consolidated all this empire into a single kingdom. Right? As you can see, the almost the majority part of Indian subcontinent was conquered by Ashoka. For this reason, we refer Ashoka as the Great Ashoka. Right? Now, come to the story of Kalinga War. Right? You see, what led to Kalinga War? Ashoka was already successful. Ashoka was already an able and efficient ruler. Okay. It was his 8th year of rule when he made a campaign towards Kalinga. It is said that Ashoka personally dreamed of, it was one of his milestone. It was his dream to achieve Kalinga because his forefathers Chandragupta Maurya and Bindusara, even both of them, they were not able to conquer Kalinga because Kalinga historically was an independent state ruled by tribal chieftains. Right? For this cause, Kalinga remained as an autonomous region. Autonomous state. All right. So it was one of the personal ambition of Ashoka to conquer Kalinga, right? The major cause of Kalinga War was Kalinga itself. Why? Why am I saying that? You see, Kalinga's location strategically led to the Kalinga campaign. If you look into the map, you see Kalinga lies between Magadha Empire and the empires of southern India. Okay, empires of Dakshin India, Dakshin Bharat. Okay, Ashoka was naturally expansionist. Ashoka was naturally expansionist. He wanted total control over the whole Indian subcontinent. He wanted to control southern India, right? He wanted to establish connection between Magadh of Ganga basin and Dakshin of Kaveri basin. You see, Kalinga comes in between both of this region. Okay, right? So along the land route, if Ashoka wanted to send anything, let's say army, let's say logistics, anything, hey, if Kalinga wanted, they can obstruct this transport. Okay, right? If Kalinga wanted, it can also de-establish the connection between Magadha and Dakshin, right? Because of its strategic position. For this cause, Ashoka made one of the you can say solution, that is conquering whole Kalinga will link Dakshin with Magadha. Okay, this was one of the major cause. Okay, Kalinga's strategic location. Okay. All right. So also you see, Kalinga was near to one of the important port of Magadha. Okay, that is Tamralipti. Tamralipti, it was the busiest port under Magadha, and Ashoka feared that time will come, Kalinga will try to capture Tamralipti. That will be a major cause of weakening of Magadha Empire, Mauryan Empire, right? So it was very important, according to Ashoka, to capture Kalinga, to secure Tamralipti, right? This was the second cause, Tamralipti. Now, also Kalinga was rich in minerals, right? Kalinga traded historically it established one of the flourishing trade route to Southeast Asia, right? So, being a mineral rich state, right, Kalinga became came under the lens of Ashoka. So also Kalinga had one of the flourishing trade routes. So these were the causes why Ashoka wanted to conquer Kalinga. That led to Kalinga War. Right? So this is the cause. You see why Kalinga mattered? Because Kalinga controlled the Deccan trade routes. Then Kalinga had established and flourishing sea route to Southeast Asia. Okay, Southeast Asia. Ancient time it was known as Subarna Bhumi. Kalinga was rich in resources and also had fertile Mahanadi Delta. It had the strategic location for expanding empire, and you see, conquering Kalinga will become one of the national pride. Will become one of the national pride for Ashoka. You see, Ashoka, to attain the throne, he had killed 99 of his brothers, right? Sparing only one, Tissa. You can imagine, you can analyze what kind of ruthless ruler he was, right? For this cause, and there are also many causes, for this reason, the subjects, the Praja under Ashoka, they were not trusting Ashoka. Okay, they were not accepting Ashoka, right? So Ashoka means believed it is an opportunity, right? If I capture Kalinga, I will also achieve the trust of my subjects. The subjects will accept me as a strong ruler, okay, as a ruler that is securing the legacy of my forefathers Chandragupta and Bindusara, right? For this cause, Ashoka made this campaign of capturing Kalinga his ambitious, you can say ambitious project, right? So before the war, Ashoka was known as Chanda Ashoka. He was a ruthless administrator and warrior, right? He made successful campaigns in North India, right? And Ashoka considered Kalinga as the jewel, right? As a jewel, and he ardently wanted that. Kalinga, before, it was a proud state, modern day Odisha, highly prosperous trading kingdom known for maritime trade with Southeast Asia, had powerful army, war elephants, fiercely independent, not under Mauryan rule. And so also you see, it is being said in various chronicles that Ashoka wanted to achieve war elephants. Okay, the war elephants, they were one of the, you can say, power of Kalinga. Okay, so they were, Magadhan Empire, Mauryan Empire, they were lagging war elephants. So to attain war elephants, Ashoka made a campaign towards Kalinga. It is also one of the causes, right? Now, let us understand the course of the war. Kalinga War was one of the, historically it is one of the devastating war till now. You see, 1 lakh people were killed within a single war. 1,50,000 people, common citizens, okay, they were actually not warriors, you see. Kalinga, actually, it was an independent state, autonomous state. It never had any army. Rather, it was ruled by tribal chieftains, right, who were very much concerned about the welfare of the people. For this cause, they never built up any army. So during Kalinga War, what happened? The common people, the subjects, they themselves took the weapons. Okay, what were the weapons? Very simple things, right? They even took knives, okay, household knives and all, to fight with Mauryan Empire, Mauryan soldiers, right? So they were common people, they were not professional soldiers, right? Yet they made means they created so much valor, right? They fought this war with so much courage, right? It was a kind of, you can say, eat ka jawab patthar se. That's why, you see, there were also damages. There was also damage made. There were also damages from the within the Mauryan Empire, Mauryan soldiers also, Mauryan army also, right? This war was fought. This war was fought during 262 before current era, right? It was a bloody war. Why I am saying bloody war? Because the location where this war was fought, at the banks of Daya river, right? This river Daya, it turned red blood, okay, turned red with the blood of the casualties, blood of the soldiers, blood of the people, those who fought, those who were killed in the war. Okay. That's why historians still name it as the bloody war. Okay. You see, this is the turning point within the Ashoka's career, right? You see, Kalinga War transformed the personality of Ashoka, right? How is it so? Generally, you have also read the achievements of various other rulers, right? After conquering a particular kingdom, particular emperor becomes so much means enthusiast, so also takes pride in conquering a particular kingdom. Okay, historians write bold things regarding the particular emperor. But Ashoka, after conquering Kalinga, okay, he went to you can say deep remorse. He was not happy actually, because he was shaken by the terror, the devastation he himself and his army has made in Kalinga soil. Right. After the Kalinga War, when he was going through the Nagara of Kalinga, okay, with all the drums and drum beats, he saw that no people were happy, no people were accepting him. Right. People even became terrified. They went into their home, they closed their doors, right? Even the animals, they went away. They went away from the shadow of Ashoka. Okay. The elephants, they ran away from Ashoka. So much terror, were there. Okay, the people were so much frightened of Ashoka. At that moment, Ashoka had a realization that what kind of ruler I will become, even achieving this kingdom, when the people are terrified of me. Right? Such questions, such noble realization he had after Kalinga War. Right? So during his remorse, he was suggested that you can't recover whatever devastation you have made. Yet, in future, in the coming days, okay, you can bring a rule of justice into the kingdom, into Kalinga, which you have achieved. This gave solace to Ashoka, and Ashoka accepted the policy of Dhamma. Ashoka accepted Buddhism and started propagating it throughout his kingdom. Ashoka embraced Buddhism under Upagupta, otherwise known as Nigrodha, and adopted Dhamma policy. So he transformed. Earlier, he made Yuddha Ghosha, and this Yuddha Ghosha was transformed into Dhamma Ghosha. Right? Yuddha Ghosha, that is war drumming. Dhamma Ghosha, drumming of Dhamma. So what is Dhamma? Dhamma, it means policy of non-violence. Okay. Right? The Kalinga War was a turning point. Right? It transformed Chanda Ashoka into Dhamma Ashoka. And when Ashoka was ruthless, he was Chanda Ashoka. He executed political rivals and even he killed 99 of his brothers. Such a cruel emperor he was. Okay. He focused on military expansionism, maintained torture chambers, followed no particular religious path. Right? And empire, and he ruled through the means of fear and force. But after Kalinga War, after his realization, after he accepted Buddhism, he became Dhamma Ashoka, where he embraced ahimsa, non-violence, converted into Buddhism, and sent missionaries. His own son Mahinda and daughter Sangamitra were sent to Sri Lanka to propagate Buddhism. He even built hospitals, wells, rest houses. Right? He built hospitals even for animals also. Okay. He restricted animal killing. Okay. He inscribed the Dhamma principles on rock edicts and principles, Dhamma principles on rock and pillars, banned animal sacrifices in the capital. You see, Rock Edict 13 mentions the wars of Ashoka itself. Okay. Ashoka himself has said in the Rock Edict 13 that when Kalinga was conquered, 1,50,000 persons were carried away captive, 1 lakh were slain, and many times that number perished, means among the, okay. Afterwards also many people died. Okay. These pains and griefs, beloved of the gods, okay, Ashoka, right? Ashoka himself said that he grieves for this loss. Okay. You see, there are edicts, okay, which are termed as separate rock edicts, located in Odisha, Dhauli and Jaugarh. Okay. The script used was Brahmi. It was deciphered by James Prinsep. What this rock edict 13 says, Ashoka expresses remorse, embraces Dhamma, wishes well for people, including enemies. The separate Kalinga edicts are found at location Dhauli and Jaugarh. Right? They have special edicts. They are special edicts apart from rock edict 11, 12 and 13. What is the difference between the other rock edicts and Kalinga rock edicts? You see, in Kalinga rock edicts, the principles of Dhamma has been glorified. Okay, starting from the Kalinga War and the grief that engulfed Ashoka, the transformation Ashoka attained, the embracing of Buddhism, the propagation of Dhamma principles, all these are described in Kalinga rock edicts, separate rock edicts. While other rock edicts glorifies the campaigns, glorifies the personality of Ashoka, right? This is the difference between Kalinga rock edicts and other rock edicts. So these are the location of various rock edicts of Ashoka, right? The people of Odisha, they are very much well known of this location, Dhauli, isn't it? If you visit Dhauli, you must go to, you must also go and visit the Ashokan rock edict and try to decipher what's written. Okay, these are the inscriptions, okay, edicts written on the rock edict at Dhauli. This elephant, it symbolizes Buddhism. Alright. This is Jaugarh rock edict of Ashoka located in Ganjam district, present day Ganjam district. Okay. So Ashoka's Dhamma policy constituted non-violence, respect for all life, religious tolerance, and Dhamma Mahamatas were appointed, they were special officers, they were appointed to propagate Dhamma principles throughout the empire. Missionary work were adopted. Mahinda and Sangamitra were sent to Sri Lanka. Sangamitra was sent along with the Bodhi tree sapling, very famous. You see, 84,000 stupas were built, maintained, Bodhi trees were maintained, roads were repaired, bridges were made, hospitals even for humans and animals were made. Right? So these are the principles coming under Dhamma adopted by Ashoka. Okay. So these are some of the viewpoints of historians. You see, the famous historians like H.G. Wells. H.G. Wells calls Ashoka as the greatest of all kings. He said that among thousands of rulers, Ashoka shines almost alone, a star. Praised his transformation as the noblest in history. Okay. A.L. Balsam He described Ashoka as the greatest ruler in all history. Said Kalinga War produced a unique phenomenon, a conqueror who, after victory, publicly proclaimed sorrow. Right? That is a kind of departure from the regular traits of the rulers. The rulers, after victory, they become very much, you can say, they take pride, isn't it? They become very much arrogant. But Ashoka, after victory, he proclaimed sorrow, as evident in the rock edicts of Dhauli and Jaugarh. And Ashoka changed his ways. He adopted Dhamma policy rather than the expansionist policy. Right? So we learned all this. You see, Dhamma, it is derived from Pali word. Okay. The Sanskrit word, it is dharma. It was the Ashoka's code of governance. The code of governance of Ashoka was based upon the moral code of governance, that is Dhamma. Alright. So we learned, and you can use all these mnemonics to remember the specific facts. Let us see some of the questions. Okay, some questions came in previous years. In which year did Ashoka fight the Kalinga War? Okay, option A 272 BCE, option B 262 BCE, option C 250 BCE, option D 268 BCE. See, answer it is 262 BCE. Kalinga War was fought around 262 BCE and spanned till 261 BCE, approximately after 8 years of Ashoka's coronation. Okay, Ashoka was coronated, Ashoka ascended the throne in 268 BCE. Okay. Achha. This is mentioned in Rock Edict 13. Ashoka's account of Kalinga War is found in which edict? 7th Rock Edict, 2nd Rock Edict, 13th Rock Edict, Pillar Edict 3. Answer it is 13th Rock Edict. The 13th major Rock Edict contains Ashoka's own remorseful description of Kalinga War. This is a frequently tested fact, you see. Kalinga War was fought near which river? It was fought, option A, Mahanadi, option B, Rusikulya, option C, Daya River, option B, Brahmani. Answer it is directly Daya River. The battle was fought in the Daya River valley near modern day Bhubaneswar. Place it is Dhauli. Okay, the Daya River is said to have turned red with blood. Okay, which of the following Ashokan rock edicts are specifically located in Odisha? Girnar, Supara, option B, Dhauli, Jaugarh, option C, Kalsi, Mansera, option D, Sahbazgadi and Mansera. Answer it is Dhauli and Jaugarh, direct answer. Okay, Dhauli located in Bhubaneswar, Khordha district, Jaugarh located in Ganjam district are the two sites in Odisha with major rock edicts replacing edicts 11, 12 and 13 with special Kalinga edicts. Who deciphered, very important, who deciphered Brahmi script of Ashokan edicts? Answer it is James Prinsep, right? The Kalinga War resulted in Ashoka adopting which of the following? Jainism, Vaishnavism, Buddhism and Dhamma, Saivism. Answer it is Buddhism and Dhamma. Ashoka sent his son Mahinda as a Buddhist missionary to which country? Option A, China, option B, Sri Lanka, option C, Nepal, option D, Greece. Answer it is Sri Lanka. Which historian calls Ashoka as the greatest of all kings after the Kalinga War? Romila Thapar, option D, D. Kosambi, option C, H. G. Wells, option D, Vincent Smith. Answer it is H.G. Wells. And H.G. Wells in the outline of history said Ashoka shines almost alone a star among thousands of the rulers in history. Answer it is H.G. Wells. Alright. So we learned all these important facts today, right? Ashoka, after attaining Dhamma, was means he get a new title as Dharma Ashoka and Devanama Priyadarshi. Alright. So this was all for today. Ashoka said the welfare of the people is my supreme duty. Right? He acted as a supreme patriarch. Supreme noble patriarch. Where he considered all his subjects to be his own son and daughter and thought of their ultimate welfare. Right? Thank you everyone for joining the session. I wish best of luck for your exam and keep on learning.